Right. Where were we? Oh yeah. More robots were coming. And the research on Army in Black was incomplete. Although, it was almost complete. Oh, right, sorry. Bare mistake there. The research was complete. It was the items that weren't made yet. Sorry, just got excited at the thought of getting them. I thought, I must get those for the agent or agents that get them. Although, like the Hunter said, they'll probably bear together. Is it? Or is it just a weapon? Well, whatever the case, I decided to get them. Where to reach the Green Dusk Ordeal. That one involved machines scattered throughout the facility. I knew better than to let the machines do their work. At least not without trying to get rid of him. So I decided to get rid of him with as many battle-ready agents as I could. The usual stuff. Working on Army in Black could wait, especially as these machines could take quite a beating. I knew that when that bar filled up, something bad would happen. In this case, it involved making robots, both of Green Dawn and Green Noon variety. I decided to position Paulinus along one of the corridors so that if it or any of them went that way, he could at least slow them down. As for the rest, well, those that could fight, I'd send around the robots heading the other way and see if I could destroy the machine making them above the security department. Because that'd mean there'd be one less of them making them. Because I'd be a fool to think that destroying the ones that were already here, well, what was to stop them making others? Nothing. With one Green Dawn robot guarding it, that one was as good as destroyed. I also had to make sure that Paulinus wasn't too close to one of the Green Noon robots. Because he's no good to anyone dead. And the range capability compared to the melee capability of the Crimson Noon robots was, and there's no polite way of putting it, pathetic. I then went for the machine, which was near the information department. Yeah, sorry. Memory got a bit messy. I don't like the corridors on a regular basis. Yeah, the perception filter. It wasn't fooling me entirely. I had my suspicions something was wrong. But I just accepted it. I then decided it was a good time for Paulinus to do some work there. Because even if he can drive him away, because they weren't scared, and even if that machine couldn't be destroyed, I could at least cause some damage. And then I realized that the Central Command Department had one there, so yeah, I knew I had to deal with that at some point. I knew I had to deal with one of the robots approaching the control department. Yeah. one agent by themselves at melee range, they were as good as dead. Many agents against them, well, that's different. Well, at least I knew that one layer was secure. Now I just need to deal with the layer below. Well, I knew that agents alone couldn't do that, so what I did was, actually I'll get to that bit when I was nearer the time of, well, I had to send Paulinus to deal with the express train of hell. Meanwhile, I sent the combat-ready agents over to where they were needed. As for those who weren't combat-ready, well, I left them in a safe place. Well, it was safe right now, anyway. At this point in time, when the rest of the machines were destroyed. Yeah, that many robots. I decided it was a good time for the hunter to take a commission. I knew I had 6 before he'd turn his weapon against the agents. So I made every shot count. I sent the agents in while there were no guards. Realizing too late that I wasn't quick enough. Four more shots were left. Well, 4 more that could be done safely. Well, more safely. Three more to go. And now it's time to deal with the last machine. And then all that was left to do was clean up the robots. And with that robot, where to reach was no more. Where to reach? Much lower than that. I mean, did they really think that? Well, of course they weren't gonna think. They were there to obey their directives. And their directives were wipe out all the humans. Yeah. Got a pink suit and a pink rifle. Well, it could hardly be worse than the last. Yeah, it was a disturbing story. They thought that this army could be controlled. They were sadly mistaken. Like many of these stories, they get dark as you go along. Well, after all the ordeals were dealt with, I believed it was time for more general agent improvements. Especially with the newer recruits. Oh wait, no. I saved that for when the Quehoff meltdown is nearing. I only had a small amount to get through, so I had to make the most of it. Well, a smaller amount. Since the day was nearing the end, I decided to read up on the Snow Queen and Funeral of the Dead Butterflies. I didn't do that yesterday, so I decided might as well. Yeah. Made redundant, and this one. Yeah, some twisted fairy tale. At the start of day 23, Angela went philosophical about making things fertile. With conflicting views. and how civilizations were born. Along with changes in technologies. All to create a fertile world. Yeah, people wanted a better world. With varying degrees of success. Yeah, made her possible. Then the tip ref talks about how the employees were more motivated than usual. The female one wasn't that impressed by that. Yeah, a manager that lasted more than 3 weeks, that wasn't impressive. Well, deaths on the other hand, that happens every day. Apparently she was excited at first, when it was the first time. First time of what? Well, the male one wasn't just excited the first time. They made a bet whether the manager could save an employee which was almost completely gone inside. Let's be thankful that they aren't fully grown, because if they were, and had a lot of money on them, and if they were sent to Vegas, it'd be gone quickly. Well, it became boring for the female one because she always won. Although the male one, he was hopeful that he'd eventually win. I agreed with him. The female one was silent after that. It was at this point I was given the mission to finish a day with a Quip-Off Meltdown level 7 or less. Rare time constraints. It was at this point I was given 3 research proposals. Different shields. One for physical, one for mental, and one for both. I chose the physical first. Partly because it could come in handy next time robots were formed. It was at this point that I had to think about how to use the lob points. I decided to give... well, we'll get to that. As for... yeah, veteran agents, I reassigned those who could use a little more responsibility to the Central Command departments. As for those who could use some training in other areas, they filled the empty slots. for lack of a better word. I also decided that Camille could use a temporary assignment. So I decided to send her to the Central Command Department, as well as hire some new recruits. Well, gotta keep the training up somehow. And wherever I could replace an agent with a fresh recruit, I did. Yeah. Not a lot to say here. And it looks like the meltdown of whoever's in charge of a department, that was getting closer. I just needed to do some more missions for the Tiberef. Yeah, I wanted Camille to work with Army in Black. So I decided to issue her with the weapon and suits derived from the research. As for the weapon and suit she previously wielded, well, I assigned the guns. As to the suit, I wasn't so sure. As for those who lacked a suit and weapon, well, I'd assign them with... I'd issue them with what I thought they could best use. Well, I prefer it if they had as many guns as possible, as we had plenty of melee weapons. As for guns, Not that much. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of general purpose suits. So I had to assign what I thought would be best on each agent. Yeah. I had this feeling that I made a mistake with at least one of my choices. How much of a mistake? Well, once we take a break, I'll tell you.